Hello and Happy New Year from CPR. CPR welcomes this opportunity in 2020 as an opportunity to reflect. 2020 offers an opportunity for clarity and focus. It gives us an opportunity to look back, to examine the present, and to look forward. 2020 is our unique opportunity to reflect on what we've accomplished, to refresh our perspective on our vision, mission, what we're doing, what it means, and to refocus on where we're going. In 2019, CPR created its corporate identity. We're located at the Center for Physician Rights, Inc., 1 Mifflin Place at Harvard Square, Suite 400, Cambridge, Massachusetts, 02138. Visibility is really important for a center such as CPR. It allows physicians seeking guidance an opportunity to find the appropriate resource. It gives visibility to funders. It enables physician leaders and journalists to contact us. And it also allows physician social justice initiatives seeking to align with our efforts to connect with us. One of the main forms of visibility is our website, which we're currently modernizing, and we're soon to add a blog. If you've not visited, be sure to do so soon. Another form of visibility is our connection with social media. We have created social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and on LinkedIn. All three have the common hashtag @CenterPhysicianRights, abbreviated CTR, PHYSRIGHTS. We've set up a monthly meeting of our CPR advisory group. Such an advisory group is really vital as it's enabled us to gain clarity and to make sense of this entity we call the MRTC, or the Medical Regulatory Therapeutic Complex. It's helped us to achieve consensus on issues and priorities, and to develop and implement an action strategy. One of the things that's really so amazing about such a group is that it keeps us grounded. It also gives us an opportunity to be informed and to stay focused, and perhaps most importantly, to stay motivated. Every new venture needs a solid infrastructure, and it does that through a business plan. Now, not all business plans are alike, and most start with some variation of a Post-it note exercise, where one is brainstorming the mission, the vision, the targeted audience, etc. Now, it's not really always a very neat process, and in fact, more likely, it looks like this. Our process is a very creative one, and it's more representative of that goes along with an incubator. So we thought about, what is our mission and vision? The first we ask, what's the problem? We're dealing with unfair processes by powerful medical, regulatory, and administrative entities who hold life and death power over a physician's career. These include medical licensing boards, physician health programs, and peer review entities, what we refer to as the MRTC, the Medical Regulatory Therapeutic Complex. We then ask, who's it affect and whom do we serve? We serve all physicians and others who are directly and indirectly affected by the MRTC. We then ask, what's the vision? The vision that we have is one to foster an environment of fairness and protection of career opportunity and physician well-being. We want to make available individually tailored guidance services as well as broader educational initiatives. A dedicated advocacy and watchdog organization is needed. What's our mission? First of all, active outreach to affected physicians. We want to help physicians and medical students, pre-docs, understand the immediate dangers in these encounters. We want to offer validation, guidance, and support on negotiating this challenge. We want to educate the larger physician community, the vast majority of whom are probably entirely unaware of these injustices. And we want to make changes in the overall medical regulatory system so as to ensure fairness and the protection of physicians' rights. Who do we serve? We serve all whose careers are directly and unfairly jeopardized by medical boards, physician health programs, and peer review or performance appraisal entities. We see all physicians and PGYs and medical students as part of our clientele, physicians in private practice and clinical practices, postgraduate year trainees such as interns, residents, and fellows, and medical students. And also in our direct line of service are physicians' licensed defense counsel. Now one may ask, well, who else do we serve? Well, as noted, we serve all physicians. All physicians need to be apprised, and all licensed defense attorneys likewise need to be apprised of the potential dangers that physicians face in dealing with any of these powerful entities. Physicians in leadership such as CEOs, CMOs, medical staff presidents, heads of national associations, and change agents, for example, legislators. We've had a monthly meeting of the CPR advisory group. We do that by Zoom. And our advisory group has been vital as it's enabled us to gain clarity and make sense of the MRTC, to achieve consensus on issues and priorities, and to develop and implement an action strategy. Our monthly group keeps us grounded, it keeps us well-informed, it keeps us focused, and perhaps most importantly, through these difficult, challenging issues, it keeps us motivated. CPR has developed a resource library, and we contain key journal articles and relevant laws. We examine court decisions, and we look at pieces in the medical press that have been written about these various entities. The resource library is really vital as each of us strives to understand these complex issues, and they really do involve intensive study. We've developed highly tailored services for physicians who are affected by the MRTC. Our services include curbside consultations, a comprehensive case overview program, a mentoring program, and a peer support program. Our curbside consultations have been the most popular offering. Over the past year, we've done over 120 curbside consultations. Each consultation takes approximately an hour, and it also requires an additional hour of pre-meeting preparation as well as post-meeting follow-up. Thus far, curbside consultations have been fee-optional. However, as these are costly endeavors, we may need to begin charging for these initial consultations. Our desire has been to address the needs of the physician community, and especially those who have been put under extreme financial distress as a result of their dealings with the medical board, physician health program, or peer review entity. We have also developed a comprehensive case overview and mentoring program. Now, it turns out that most people really would prefer not to engage in an ongoing coaching program. But what we did see was that people are deeply desirous of getting a handle on what their case is about, and how do they go about thinking about it, and how do they go about responding to the various entities in a systematic way. The Comprehensive Case Overview Program is a 6-hour limited program during which we intensively do a deep dive into the situation that a person is presenting with, and we also give the opportunity for legal consultation and offering of a legal perspective. The mentoring program also then offers an opportunity to continue that guidance. We found that through our consultation and case overview and mentoring programs, that putting us in touch with a variety of lawyers around the country, we've been able to build up a network of lawyers who are very knowledgeable about this particular arena. Further, it's presented a unique opportunity for us to facilitate lawyers networking amongst themselves so that they too can all get up to speed on the core issues that otherwise they may not be familiar with. Another key service of CPR has been the development of a peer support program. And in 2020, we plan on expanding that program by offering a training for peer supporters. One of the central missions of CPR is to educate. One of the main ways that we have educated is by offering presentations. Last fall, we did a presentation at the American Association of Physicians and Surgeons in Los Angeles on key concerns about PHPs and their fitness for duty evaluations. We're also presenting at an upcoming meeting of the American College of Legal Medicine on a similar topic. An additional way that we educate is through our website. On our website, we have articles and we also have videos. And it affords an excellent overview of the key concerns pertaining to the medical regulatory therapeutic complex. All of the articles are downloadable. We also on the website have available the Physician Interrupted prequel. We're preparing the Physician Interrupted book, which we'll speak about a little bit later. Simply go to the website and register and receive the Physician Interrupted prequel. Another form of education is our submitting articles and comments to a variety of medical and popular press. Recently, an article appeared in an unusual journal known as the Judges Journal. Our networking with others in this endeavor allowed us to offer commentary on the piece that had been published in the Judges Journal. It was, we believe, a very biased and propaganda-type piece, which was misleading, and of most concern, it was misleading to the very judges who were deciding cases pertaining to these treatment modalities that are being instituted by the MRTC. Fortunately, our colleagues were able to submit a letter to the editor of that journal, daring them, encouraging them to challenge the data that had been presented in that article. Another colleague, Dr. Wes Boyd, published a piece in Psychology Today. He has previously been an outspoken critic of PHPs, and in this article, he came forward and said that this is the equivalent of extortion. Additionally, our colleagues publish on their own blogs. We have multiple colleagues who have deeply researched these issues. One colleague published an article on doximity, which received over 1,000 comments, and those comments are continuing to come in, with multiple physicians telling their stories of distress, of horror actually, at the handling of their cases by medical boards, physician health programs, or peer review entities. CPR has developed a variety of interest areas or work groups or task forces. We're interested in looking at the ADA, the very MRTC system itself, that entity known as FFDEs, or Fitness for Duty Evaluations. And also we're examining the area of antitrust that has developed in the overall addictions and substance abuse treatment industry, and here specializing in the impaired physician treatment industry. A particular area that we have delved into is the ADA, and we're examining its applicability. Attorney William Gorin, who wrote the book Understanding the ADA for the American Bar Association, recently published a blog post entitled Medical Licensing Boards, Physician Health Programs, and the Lack of ADA Compliance, an opportunity for plaintiff lawyers. Several of us have spent over 40 hours in meetings and easily over 100 hours in research and correspondence as we delve deeper into the potential and highly likely applicability of the ADA. It would appear to us that current powers, including the Federation of State Medical Boards and the Federation of State Physician Health Programs, have willingly, knowingly disregarded the ADA and its applicability to physicians who are being brought before these entities on allegations of some form of impairment or even potential for impairment. Additionally, our ADA initiative is allowing us to connect with our network of attorneys and helping them all get up to speed with regard to understanding the ADA's potential applicability. An additional initiative that we undertake is that of following legal and legislative initiatives. Amongst them, the class action lawsuit in Michigan against the PHP and medical board there, the new Whistleblower Protection Act in Washington State, and the Louisiana Physician Bill of Rights, sponsored by Senator John Milkovich of Louisiana. What's significant is what Senator Milkovich wrote. Physicians are among the most thoroughly educated, highly skilled, and sacrificially selfless professionals in the world. Our doctors work long hours, grapple with the endlessly shifting regulations imposed by the government, and sometimes even fight to get paid for their work. We owe them a debt of gratitude, not a deluge of grief. CPR has taken the opportunity to engage journalists. We find that a crucially important vehicle to get word out. Medscape has published a number of articles addressing the medical regulatory therapeutic complex, though not then by name because it wasn't yet named as such. Here, an article on physician health programs, more harm than good. This key article and related articles brought in over 1,000 comments, many with physician stories of their own experience of abuse. Medscape followed with various pieces looking at those who have challenged the medical regulatory therapeutic complex. Additionally, NBC investigative journalist P.J. Rondawa of KSDK in Missouri did a feature piece on the PHP there. The piece was entitled, "Doctor Left Destitute After Seeking Help from Physician Health Program." Additionally, a piece was done featuring Dr. Wes Boyd. Doctors fear controversial program made to help them. CPR supports other leaders' initiatives. Here, Dr. Pamela Weibel has published an amazing blog taking the lead on examining physician suicide. Over 400 physician suicides occur each year, and Dr. Weibel has queried why. One of the pieces that Dr. Weibel wrote featured the issue of what role boards and PHPs might be playing in actually contributing to physician suicide. And CPR has decided to explore selling some promotional products, not necessarily with the profit endpoint in mind, but really simply trying to get the word out and increase visibility. We are also in the progress of working on Physician Interrupted, our key book that is going to explore, first of all, an overview of the challenges that physicians are facing. Additionally, we are going to feature a variety of first-person narratives of physicians' experiences and lessons learned. And lastly, give some very straightforward advice on how to approach your challenge with the medical regulatory therapeutic complex, the medical board, the physician health program, or a peer review entity. We're also considering the possibility of creating an online course, safely negotiating your path through your medical licensing challenge. It is indeed a perilous path. We're also exploring the possibility of starting a podcast for CPR. And likewise, we might even consider a Blog Talk Radio Weekly, which might offer more direct interaction and call-in. Also under consideration is the possibility of creating a platform for telling one's story. We're also looking at the possibility of having a private Facebook group for survivors and peer supporters to interact with each other. CPR is entirely dependent on individual donations from subscribers and from our advisory board. Our main platform is CPR on Chuffed. The address is chuffed.org/project/CPR Center for Physician Rights, as shown here on the screen. Please take a moment, if you would, to visit our fundraising platform and contribute today. Our programs rely upon your individual contribution. Supporting also can be done by spreading the word through social media. When we have an article that we feature on our own social media sites, or when we cite an article on the website, or when we mention it in a newsletter, it would be great if our supporters could take that reference and send it to their own social media accounts to increase the visibility of what CPR is doing. Looking ahead for 2020, what do we have ahead of us? First of all, we have to gain solid financial footing. Additionally, we need to finalize establishing our 501c3 tax-deductible status, our public charity status, and we are exploring a 501c4 identity, which is a public advocacy group. Both of these open us up for the possibility of different types of funding. Additionally, we are very desirous of getting prominent visibility, and we simply have to get our programs funded. The need for curbside consultations is ever expanding. Each article that comes out in the press, we get more and more visibility, people wanting to sound out their story and get some guidance. And most importantly, we intend to make changes happen. Together, it's clear we can make a huge difference, guiding physicians, protecting their careers, educating the medical community, and working to ensure fairness and transparency. Please visit us, CPR, on the Chuffed fundraising platform at the site below. We truly appreciate your support and your active participation, and we'd love to hear from you and learn how we can best help support physicians, protect their rights, and ensure that they can have the fulfilling career that they dreamed. You can write us at cpr@physicianrights.net. 2020 is CPR's year of focus. With best wishes for 2020, Happy New Year.